Sometimes the heaviest weight can be lifted by starting a conversation. This sentiment is shared by three men who are at the heart of an inspirational campaign, each with their unique story of mental health struggles and the strength they found in opening up. Tom Stoltman is the 2021 and 2022 World's Strongest Man champion and shares the emotional strength it took to free himself from the shackles of his bedroom to opening up in the gym. Going from strength to strength and becoming the World's Strongest Man 2 years in a row, and he joins me now, so thank you for being here, Tom.
Thanks for having me on. It's going to be good.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling me a bit about your story, particularly around how you started going to the gym and the reasons behind it.
Yeah, so I'll keep it short and sweet. So I was diagnosed with autism very young age, about 10, 11 years old. Going through the school system, jobs, nothing really worked for me. I was getting bullied. Teachers told me I wouldn't be able to do anything in my life. Committing suicide, and they said they had there locking myself in my room. Felt like I was in a jail cell, to eat in my room, stay in my room, play Xbox, wouldn't come out my room. And then it was about 16 years old. It was actually my big brother took me to the gym, and just wanted me to try something new, see how it felt. It helped him with his issues, so he thought it might help me. I used my hood as my support blanket, and I had him as a support person. So I just went in with him, didn't talk, didn't do anything, just got on with what I was meant to do, just listened to my brother, went in, lifted weights, went out and did that kind of every day. And yeah, I didn't quit. And that was the thing. It felt like that day I went to the gym, I was reborn. All my life before that had kind of just been forgotten about. And, I was able to open up then about having autism and having my struggles. And yeah, the gym and opening up were the two things, that saved my life. I mean, there's like a research that, from L'Oreal Paris Men expert that shows only 14%, of men in the UK regard being vulnerable with friends or family as being strong. And, that in itself is, a very, very low percentage. And then, it's compared to the 28% who feel it's about handling other people's problems. And that, they don't care about themselves. And that's what I used to not do. I used to always make sure other people were okay and just, built up all this kind of emotion and didn't really understand my life and stuff. And, these statistics are so low, and it shouldn't be like this still to this day in the UK. And as a nation, we need to do so much more. But yeah, I think, opening up, going to the gym, men coming up to me, these big, massive men, not just, normal men, men that are like, wow, these guys are coming up to me and, telling them about problems, going back and forth. And we created the gym as a safe place, as like a culture for men to open up in. And since to this day, that's kind of my, my coping mechanism now as well. And, like I said, the gym for myself has changed my life. I think people think I overreact to, I was on the brink of suicide and going into care to then going to the gym and now having this kind of an amazing life and be able to tell my story. And I use autism now as a superpower. The same as people can use mental health as a superpower. It is absolutely an amazing thing if you use it to your advantages and you just wake up every day knowing you're invincible and knowing you can rule the world with this powerful thing that you got that not everybody in the world has. So yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah, it's using your strength and finding a purpose in life as well, isn't it? And I think sometimes, it's using the experiences we've been through to help others.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I said, I had a lot of help when I was younger, and now I'm trying to help other people. And there's always been a stigma around male vulnerability, and I was one of them as well. But it's just trying to get them to open up, and me being a bigger guy, I think people think that there's no problem with me. I think no one, even to this day, people don't think I have autism. They're like, we didn't know you had that, just because I'm just like a massive guy that just shouldn't have any problems with myself. And that's where there's physical strength, there's emotional strength, and obviously emotional strength is a big one for a lot of people. And that was where I suffered with as well. But I really think if not just to get into strongman, but just a gym as a place in itself is a really safe place where you create this environment that everybody's there for a reason. It's just to work out. And a lot of people that go to the gym have got these mental health problems or do have some sort of like problem that they want to get out, and the gym is the best place to do it safely, to not put violence on other people and to not harm yourself as well. And I think it's a place that you just have to go to keep fit, but also to train your mind, because it is one of the most powerful places you can go to.
Yeah, and having those social connections are so important. The fact, historically men maybe didn't talk so much, and I suppose even in that environment, historically, maybe it kind of felt a bit like that's not the place that you talk, but it really is the place. So what do you think it is to be emotionally strong, or just to be strong in 2023?
I think, to be emotionally strong, I think, opening up, I think, like you said, the heaviest weight is lifted, when you open up. And for me, that's a very powerful message, because I've seen it firsthand when, people have come to the gym and, they have problems, but like you said there, they think it's not a place where you open up and talk to people because they think it's just these big men. But, I've had people cry because their emotions just get let out, and then this big weight gets lifted off their shoulder. And I think that's what, in 2023 going forward is the biggest thing is, physically, that's kind of an easy thing to solve, but it's the emotional kind of thing. It's getting and trying to get that next step for people. Like, it's okay if I open up. It's okay if I do this. It's okay if I be vulnerable to big guys. It's okay if I be vulnerable to strangers, anybody. It's just that, and that's the thing as well. Social media can cause a lot of people to feel very uncomfortable in themselves and very vulnerable. And that's, you look on social media every single day and you see fitness people, you see all these there's a lot of fakeness on social media. And again, I think that's a bad stigma about it all as well, is, try and stay off social media a lot and try and just not say, but don't compare yourself to other people, because these fitness people on social media, it's a lot of Photoshop, it's a lot of lighting, it's a lot of fakeness. And, that's in itself, you want to have that real kind of, you just want to be real, and you just want to stay away from social media and try and just, do stuff that makes you happy. But yeah, emotionally, we need to get ourselves better, and by doing that, we need to open up and make ourselves kind of very, very comfortable. But opening up in a safe way is my kind of doing it. So.
And are you finding that men are talking more about mental health and well-being from your own experiences?
I think there's still, obviously there's still a lot of work to do. There's I think we need to have, like I said, safe places. And for example, November have if you go onto their kind of website, they have a support page. And I think people need to see the things like that, where they can go on the support page and have lots of different kind of, helpful resources that they can go to first. Because, I've seen it firsthand as well, that like I said, people come to the gym or go to me and they're too scared to open up, even though it's your friend, even though their family, they want to be able to read in it to themselves. And I think still to this day, there's still a lot of work to do. I think as a nation, like suicide rates are at a high still in Scotland, especially. And, at this time of year, there's a lot of people that take their own lives because there's no help for them. Is, very, very sad to see. And it's not going down, it's on a rise. And that's just as a nation, as everyone, as myself, yourself, everybody, that we're not doing enough to, shout about mental health. And that's why I'm trying to shout about, autism, changing it from, a label to a superpower. There's more we need to do with mental health, and that's, finding resources, finding less comfortable place where people can go to, making a venue where people can just go and open up and not be judged. Because, that's why some men don't open up, is because some people do get judged. But it's just doing more things every single day to try and make people comfortable to opening up.
Yeah. So tell me more about this campaign that you're behind, and some of the other people that are behind it as well.
Yeah, so there's, the first kind of footballer, Jack, he was the first openly gay footballer as well. And again, that's, being a footballer, I think everybody knows it's the biggest sport in the world. And for him to open up like that, and probably to get a lot of kind of backlash as well, a lot of stigma, and it's an unbelievable thing to be part of. And then there was someone as well from Rizzo Kicks as well, who again, I never really heard of him before, but he was really successful at 21 years old. He sold like millions and millions of songs, and produced so much songs to then have a reverse in his life, and just everything got too much for him. And again, that's just being in the limelight, being in the media, but all three of us coming together and kind of creating a story with L'Oreal, November, and then it's just I'm World Strongest Man as well. And we are the real World Strongest Men as three together. Although I'm physically the World Strongest Man, the biggest guy, as three together as a team, World Strongest Man, and anyone that opens up are the World Strongest Man. So I think that's where people need to realise that's where the message is. Not just because you go to the gym, you lift weights, he's the World Strongest Man. If you open up, you're the World Strongest Man. If you, open up to anybody in the world, we are the World Strongest Men. And that's as people, that's what that is what the real World Strongest Men is.
Yeah, no, it's great that you're all doing this, because I think sometimes we sort of see figures in the media, or we see successful people, and sometimes we think, oh, they've got their lives together and everything's perfect. And it's really good to know that, you know, we all have difficulties and we're all trying to find our way in life. And for you guys to get behind this campaign, that's so powerful.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a very kind of powerful thing, and it's great to be able to give this message out across, you know, all the platforms, and to help kind of hopefully change people's life as well, and to let people to, you know, get this weight lifted off their shoulders and actually open out and help their life improve from today onwards.
Yeah. So how can people get involved with the campaign?
I think, you just going on November. I think obviously November is a massive thing as well, and it's just, you just go onto that and you can sign up. I mean, they do a lot of November. Do a lot of things. There's a lot of mental health things they can do for November. If you're not sure, you know, L'Oreal, Palace Men, November, they're working together. You just can get in touch with some of them people as well. And, you know, if you want to try and open up, if you want to, you know, help yourself, get in touch with these guys, because they can do a lot for people. And, you know, I've talked to a lot of people that have done a lot for, you know, November and L'Oreal as well, and they've changed their lives by getting on to these kind of campaigns and stuff. So it's a really cool thing to do. But yeah, just reach out to someone, and hopefully they can take you in that next direction of being better. You know, you're one step better every single day. So.
Yeah, I've had a look around the website myself as well. There's so much information on there, and lots of guidance as well, and all the helplines that are available. It's a really great resource. So good luck with everything. Can you just remind us of the website address as well, so people can find the information?
It's uk.november.com/support-as/L'Oreal-men-expert. So you go in there and you'll find all the information you need.
Fantastic. And as that's a long web address, we'll put that in the notes of the podcast. So if people are listening to the radio show now, they can listen to the podcast that we produce afterwards, and they can get that link straight away. But thank you so much for everything that you're doing, and good luck in the future. So great to speak to you. Tom Stoltman, Strongest Man 2021 and 2022. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.